Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be installing LED turn signals in my 2003 Mustang GT. Here on the passenger side, here's an example of what the LED turn signal looks like. It's in the daylight so you can't see it that well. I'll do another video tonight to show how it looks in the dark. And this is what it looks like compared to the stock incandescent bulb. So in this video, I'll show you how to replace the stock one with the LED. This is a very easy install, no tools are required. The first thing you want to do is remove the headlight assembly, and this couldn't be easier on this car. It's literally two clips keeping the headlight assembly in place, in this one. So all you do is simply pull up, on each one, and then gently pull the headlight assembly out. You don't need to take the whole thing out, you just need enough room to get to the turn signals here. So what I do first is unplug the factory harness here, and then once that's done, you just simply do a quarter turn counterclockwise and remove the bulb. So here's what the incandescent bulb looks like. So you simply, I'm going to remove this bulb and replace it with this LED here. So remove that, and then this. Goes right in place, like that. So let's install it back in the car. So first put the LED into the housing and tighten it, doing the quarter turn clockwise. Then reconnect the factory harness here. Okay, so let's see how they look before we button everything up. I'm just going to put my hazards on. So it looks like this one is working as it should. So now I'm going to reinstall the headlight housing into the car, which is simply the reverse of what I just did. Just put this back in place and then put those two clips to hold it down. Make sure they're pushed down all the way. Like that. Your headlights are back in place. Both LEDs are working. Now once they're installed, there is one final thing you need to do. Right now, if you use your turn signal, I don't know if you can see this, but you'll get an inconsistent pattern or hyperflash. That's because the system thinks, your car system thinks that there is a bulb out. So to address the hyperflash issue, you need to install this LED electronic flasher. It's a plug-and-play system. You take out the old one and replace it with this. Most kits will come with this flasher with the LEDs. And I'll put a link in the description to the kit I bought from Raxium. So to locate where you need to plug this in, I'm obviously on the driver's side of the car. It's a little tough, but I'm going to try to show you. If you go up under the dash and you look up, you see there's a yellow plastic box. Gently pull down on that. It's just held on by a clip. And pull it down. And this is your stock flasher here. So what I'm going to do is gently take this off and plug this one in its place. Okay, So I have the stock one out on the left, the yellow one. I'm going to replace it with the modified one for LEDs. And the pins have to go in a very specific way, as you can see here. So when you're plugging it in, just make sure the pins correspond to the correct slots here. So I'm going to plug this in. So once it's in, I'm going to reinstall this and tuck it in back up here where it was. And then I'm going to test out the blinkers to make sure that I no longer have that hyper flash issue. Okay, so here I have my blinker on, and it is at a very consistent tempo here. So I am happy with that. The flash is doing its job. Here's a shot at night with the parking lights on, and also with the LED fog lights as well. You can tell that it's almost like a deeper amber color than the stock incandescent bulbs. I'm very happy with them. Here's a shot of them blinking with the hazards on. You can see how bright they are. And lastly, here's a shot with my headlights on as well. So everything that you see now is LED. So LED headlights, fog lights, now the turn signal bulbs.